Hey everybody, I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. This is 5 Minutes with Ben, and I'm Ben. We're going to look at a game that was played a couple of days ago in one of the Alice Lee Tatev Abrahamyan matches that they played at the American Cup. This was one of their slow games, and Tatev is black. And Engine says this position's equal, although I sort of prefer black because black's rooks are more active, queen is more active. White has doubled pawns here. But okay, I mean, if two engines are playing, it should be a draw. Okay, and players were, starting to get into a little bit of time trouble, I guess. And black played rook b3, attacking the queen. And this position, Alice Lee made a big mistake. According to the engine, the best moves are either queen c2 or queen e1, trying to trade queens, and or kicking the black queen out of where it is. Though I guess pretty much forces the exchange of queens. And I know Alice Lee, and she was probably playing for a win and probably thought queen c2 and queen e1 were likely to be a draw, and she didn't want to draw because she never wants to draw. So she played blunder, queen a5, threatening a7 pawn. And it looks like white's defended pretty well, so maybe white has time to move the queen out like that. And unfortunately for Alice, Tatev has a winning move in this position. So you can pause the video and try to find the winning move for black. Okay, and we're back. Okay, and hopefully, like Tatev, you found the winning move, rook takes f3. And what this does is, it wins a pawn near the white king, exposing the white king. So if it was black's move, black could take and play rook d2 check and checkmate white very quickly. So white has to take, and the point of rook takes f3 is black can play queen c2 check, forking the king and the rook. And with black's extra pawn, and more importantly, white's open king, black is now winning. Okay, so the game went on for about 10 more moves, but the result was never in doubt. King h3, now the rook on f3 is attacked. So Alice played queen c3, queen e2. Black wants to play rook d2, so queen e3. Obviously, black's king is safer than white's, and the b pawn is hanging, so black doesn't want to trade queens. Queen takes. Again, black wants to play rook d2, so rook f2. Now Tatev didn't mind trading queens because she's up 2 pawns. But it's probably best if white trades queens since white's king is worse, but that ending is pretty lost. So Alice kept the queens on. Tatev said, "Are you sure? I want to be 2 pawns up in the endgame." Again, white should trade queens and be losing, but she played queen b2, queen e4, centralizing the queen. Now, black would like to play rook d1, rook h1, so she played queen a1, stopping that. Tatev pushed her past pawn. Tatev pushed her past pawn again. And this position, white played a passive move. If white plays aggressively with rook check, king h7, queen takes c3, then black has mate in 1 with queen h1. It's important that black plays king h7 and not king g7, losing the pawn with check. So Alice didn't want to move her rook away from the defense. She played rook g2, rook d2. If we trade rooks, black's pawn's on the 7th rank and will promote soon. So rook g1. Finally, Tatev got to double on the 7th rank, queen e2, threatening queen h2 mate and queen g4 mate. And black's up 2 pawns with unstoppable mate, and Alice resigned. And even though Alice lost the game, in the end, she ended up winning the match. This was just one of the games. But this was one of the games Tatev won with black. So very interesting game. Very interesting tournament. Congrats to Alice Lee, who won the tournament, and to Hikaru Nakamura, who won the other section by beating Fabiano Caruana in the finals. I'm Grandmaster Ben Feingold. I hope you enjoyed that game as much as Tatev. Please like and subscribe and leave a comment. I'll see you guys next time with more 5 Minutes with Ben. Bye.